Hello and welcome everybody. Today I'd like to talk about some of the Overwatch competitive Season 3 changes we've seen detailed on the Overwatch forums, and have a bit of a look back at Season 2 as it was, the changes that have been made in Season 3, and discuss why lots of them are probably a good idea. Competitive Overwatch Season 2, the one we're currently in, will come to an end on November 24th. That's when all the rewards will be doled out for your season rank, and you'll have another chance at hopefully getting one of those gold guns. I really kind of want to pick one up for Mercy, because if I can have a gold version of her witch Mercy stuff, I think that's going to be absolutely awesome to show off in competitive games. We had a rather large gap between Season 1 and 2. It wasn't really a gap that the developers themselves even knew quite the length of. They were trying to tweak it out, trying to make sure that Season 2 was going to run better than Season 1, and for that reason they left a lot of vagueness in there. This time we've got a solid date. December 1st is when the third series will kick off, exactly a week after the second series ends. Now, the big takeaway from the blog post detailing what's happening on the PTR and the testing for Season 3 is the skill rating and skill tier placement. So the first important thing is that unlike Series 1, your Series 2 competitive ranking will have an impact on your competitive Season 3 rank. You'll still go in and do your 10 placement matches. Those placement matches will not put everyone at a level playing field. It'll start putting you with people that you normally play against and try to give you a more fair placement in the end. In Series 2, there was a lot of people falling in that silver, gold, platinum ranking, with very few falling in low silver and very little in bronze. That led to sort of this really awkward spot for competitive, in which unless you were playing in about 3k or above, you could really be matched with absolutely anyone, and it wasn't really a reliable way to play. You'd be getting a high gold game and you'd have bronzes or silver players popping up in it. It just didn't keep it balanced, and it made every game sort of feel like a gamble. So for that reason, they're really trying to work behind the scenes in order to make sure that Series 3 is a lot more fair as a ranking system, which I think is a pretty excellent idea. We don't have any specific examples of how this is going to work. At the moment, it's all behind the scenes. They haven't really detailed exactly how they're going to tweak this, but given the work and the feedback they've had from the last competitive season, it's fair to assume that they're going to do a fairly good job of it. You can actually jump in now and test some of this stuff on the PTR, so on PC only. You can jump in, calibrate, and help them sort of test the system and help give some feedback to that. The other thing this new skill rating aims to do is to spread out the huge clump of people in that sort of silver-gold bracket. In the development blog, Scott Mercer noted that you'll probably have a slightly lower rank when you first calibrate to what you have now, and not to worry too much about that. The idea with this is almost an overcorrection. By giving people slightly lower ranks, and then tweaking the amount of SR that they get for winning, it means that players that are better than where they get ranked will quickly rise the ranks until they get to a comfortable level where they are winning and losing and sitting, whereas the players that are more fairly placed will have a much harder time grinding up and will have to actually get better at the game to grind up. It's a really tough system for them to tweak, and I feel for the guys at Blizzard putting this together, because I'm sure that when Series 3 drops and people start getting lower calibrations, they might not have the most positive response. But in the end, I think once this has been tweaked on the PTR and played a lot of, I reckon we'll have a much more fair system of ranked gameplay than what we have currently, which I'm personally looking forward to, because getting into a game at the moment is very tough to play support and win because of that sort of gamble of, do you know if your DPS are going to do their job? Is the tank taking as much damage as they should be and blocking the team? So it's much more of a gamble at the moment, and it's never great to feel like you're losing your MMR. So basically that's the main ideas that are coming in from this blog post and coming in Season 3. Your skill ranking will persist. They're going to try to work out skill rankings so it's much more fair and useful, and we're going to have a much shorter downtime between ranked series, which is great, because no one really likes to play quick play if you're in the ranked mindset. You don't feel like you're getting that much. Quick play is sort of only there to have fun or to practice a bit before you jump into your competitive queue. So as I said, all this stuff is currently available on the PC PTR, so if you really want to try it, you're welcome to jump in, take it for a spin, try to calibrate, and maybe get some feedback to Blizzard. If you want to see any more of the details from the post or some of the fan replies in the forums, I'll link the blog post in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.